Hello and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I'm KJ. I am 13 years a master fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, a happy mom serving up healthy meals. From my kitchen to yours every Wednesday here on Facebook at 12 o'clock Eastern. So, how many of you we're in this season of new year, new starts, right? We've got school starting, we've got likely you getting back into routine, and hopefully you trying to also really focus on yourself, your health, and longevity, because schedules now are bam, 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 bam. So our strength, immunity, and health is so important. So how many of you have said in your head, I am going to be disciplined, I'm going to eat proper, I am going to nourish my body, and 2 days you're good. Third day, you're kind of wavering. By the fourth day, you're like, I need sugar. I need something sweet. That's really the devil, isn't it? Sugar is so addictive. It's so delicious. And it makes our brains happy. So today I'm going to share with you, and now I may have shared this recipe a couple years ago, but I've not done it on KJ's Kitchen. So I'm bringing it to you again in case you missed it a couple years back. I am bringing to you a delicious, gluten-free, high protein, high fiber, very low in mindful sugar brownie. Very quick and easy to make. And now I promise you, if you just hand these brownies over to someone, they would not know the level of nutrition and delicious, really awesome food, like nutrient food that's in this. So let's just start with the first secret ingredient. Black beans. We're gonna start with some organic black beans. Well, before you do, start your oven. We're gonna set that to 350. Get your oven to 350, right? Organic black beans, right here. I get mine at Trader Joe's. They are organic everywhere. Even at Walmart, you can get this stuff. Now, black beans, when you're going to get canned beans, you must rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse if you wanna avoid the extra level of gas that's gonna occur in your gut. So you want to keep straining it until the liquid is clear, and more importantly, keep rinsing and straining until there are no more bubbles. That's a trick with canned beans. You're going to eliminate a lot of that extra gas going on in your gut. And today I'm using my awesome food processor, and it makes life easy. If you don't have a food processor, yes, you can do this in a blender. Hopefully you have something like a Ninja or a Vitamix, because that will really give it a good mix. A regular style blender, it just might be a little more textured, but you're gonna do what you can do, right? And we're gonna move on. I like to put in some wet ingredients first. I've got a 1/4 cup of, it's now liquid, coconut oil. And again, we go for coconut organic. You can get that at Aldi's and Trader Joe's, even at Walmart, guys. Everyone's waking up these days and giving us some nourishing options. Okay, that right there is a load of healthy fat. And let's talk about what type of sugar we're adding. I'm choosing to go maple syrup. If you don't want a vegan option, you might opt for honey. But we're gonna go maple syrup here because I'm keeping these vegan for you. And we're gonna go with a 1/2 cup. Now I realize my syrup's getting low, so I might improvise right now for you. That's a 1/2 cup there. That's a 1/4 cup there. Okay, so being a 1/4 cup. Now here's my trick with measuring that. I did the oil first, so when I put in any of the sugar, whether it be honey or maple syrup, it is not gonna stick. So you're not gonna lose out on any of the sweet stuff, right? It's gonna slide right in because of that oil. So that's a 1/4 cup there. And because I'm a little bit shy, today only, because usually I would just make sure I got to the market, right? Today only is called improvise. I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of raw sugar. That's gonna be up to you if you wanna mix it up like I just did, or you're gonna use actually 1/2 cup of maple syrup if you wanna keep it really mindful. Moving into the flavoring. It is definitely awesome to have chocolate masking that black bean. As I told you, if you give these to your guests, they will never know they're black bean based. We're gonna add vanilla to help lighten up that delicious chocolate mode. And I personally chose dark cocoa today. We got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is pure vanilla extract. And the cocoa is the ticket. You can do regular baking cocoa, like the standard. This is extra dark by Hershey. Super dark. I love dark chocolate personally. And we're gonna go 2 tablespoons of that beautiful dark cocoa, or you can do the regular standard cocoa. Moving into the baking powder, aluminum free is the way to roll. Again, I feel like at every market you can get your hands on aluminum free. Keeping the body less toxic on what you're bringing into the body is going to keep you healthy and a lot less need to continually detox if you can really watch out. That's a half teaspoon of baking powder. And then just a touch of salt, like a 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know how you salt in your home. We do pink Himalayan sea salt. Very pink, very pretty. This does provide extra minerals than just using regular standard iodine salt. And then last but not least, we are not using necessarily flour in this, but we are going to use gluten-free quick oats or rolled oats. If you have followed me, my family, when we eat oatmeal, we do steel cut oats because we eat food as it appears on earth. That's the best way to eat your food. But when baking and you need the absorbency of things, we do gluten-free. These are Bob's Red Mill, gluten-free quick cooking oats. Try not to necessarily cook them to eat them, but I do use them in baking. We're gonna go ahead and rock a 1/2 cup into there. And that's gonna wrap us up. I think that's all the ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and quick give this a mix. You really want this well blended. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit on, pardon the noise. Got this. Give her a quick off for a hot second, just to scrape the sides, just like you would if you were hand mixing. Oh, oven's ready. Hand mixing, you just want to make sure you're getting all the good stuff back in and down. Going again for a second round. Oh, it's so dark and rich with that dark cocoa in it. Beautiful. While that's spinning, these beans, these in particular, 1 can will do it, is 25 grams of protein. And about 20 grams of fiber. How cool is that? And boop. When I first served these to my husband, he had no idea that they were bean brownies. So that's that. It looks gorgeous. Again, you can see how dark and rich it is because I use the dark chocolate cocoa. And I'm gonna get that little blade out of there because now we're gonna stir in the chocolate chips. I just leave it in this dish even just to save me from cleaning another bowl. If you needed to get your stir on, you could go ahead and transfer this to a mixing bowl to stir in your chocolate chips. But this mama got no time for that. My baby's sleeping, luckily, because I thought he was gonna be a special guest today because he's home from preschool. I'm doing a 1/2 cup. Now these ones are not my mini chocolate chips, they're actually chunks of chocolate. Again, hi Trader Joe, chocolate chunks, yum and yum. The reason I'm choosing a larger chip in this is because this is practically what's giving the sweetness to the brownie. And so as you bite, if you get a really good chunk of chocolate per bite, a nice big size chocolate, it is so amazing. You never know it's a healthy brownie. So I'm gonna stir these in. That's a 1/2 cup. You could go as far as 2/3 cup, but me personally, I like to get the 1/2 cup stirred in, and then I take the liberty of sprinkling the chocolate chips on top, not only to make it prettier, but to just give it that extra sweetness. That's it, stirred up. You're gonna add this, you're gonna put this into a nice square baking dish. You can do 8 by 8, 9 by 9, whatever it is you got going on there. Square. Before I had a square, I had an oval. So whatever you got that's a little smaller than a cake pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and spread that in. Oh, it's so dark chocolatey deliciousness. So if you are using a lighter cocoa, the color will be much paler, like significantly paler, even when you bake them. I'm just gonna clear away all the sides. Don't leave any of this good stuff behind. Love these silicone spatulas. They do a really good job at cleaning the surface. Okay, that's that. Give her a little spread around. Okay, did I say easy or what, right? It's a can of brownies. I mean, a can of beans. It's a can of beans. What are you gonna do with your can of beans? I'm gonna make brownies. I love how creative people get. Now, this is not a KJ original recipe. It's just one we like to do here in KJ's kitchen. It actually comes from Chocolate Covered Katie. So I'll give her the credit in the comments below. I always give credit when they're not my own. And I will put that in there. Boom, that is gorgeous. All right, gonna go for a little extra chocolate chips on top, as I had said before, just to make it really pretty. And because I didn't choose to go with the extras inside. And just sprinkle, nothing overly chocolated. Just a sprinkle, check that out. Here we are. Got my little smudge here, get rid of that puppy. And this is going in the oven. Again, it was set for 350. Pop that puppy in there. You can check it. I would say check it at 15 minutes. It may need a few extra minutes, so we've got 15 on the clock. 15 to 18 minutes, depending on the temperature of your oven, the altitude of where you live. Now, here's the deal. You need them to cool when they come out, for sure. Put it on a little cooling rack. They are not the same consistency as flour brownies. So if they're a little too fudgy to your liking, the way you're gonna fix that or firm them up is to get them in the fridge and put them in the fridge for an hour or so, and they're going to firm up and be amazing on their consistency, less ooey gooey. But who doesn't like fudgy brownies? That's actually the way I prefer to eat them anyway. So if you enjoyed today's recipe, please share it on your wall. Follow me if you're not already. If you know anyone who this particular recipe could serve, please tag them in the comments below. And also in the comments below, I will be putting a link when it's live that you can subscribe to all of KJ Kitchen's recipes here on. They will show up in your inbox, and those I've done prior will start to trickle in as the weeks progress. So if you've already subscribed, no need to click that link again. This email, this recipe will already show up in your inbox. And please join me every Wednesday here on Facebook, 12 o'clock, live in KJ's Kitchen. Happy Mom serving up healthy meals. Hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and I'll see you next week. Have a blessed Wellness Wednesday.